Hello. Excuse me, I have an itch. How are you? It is 9:15 and I have wine on a Sunday. Cheers. I had pulled pork for lunch, dinner, sorry. And didn't really fancy tea with it. And I need to finish that wine anyway, so whatever. It's only like a 10%. I've only had this glass. It was about up to here. So it's not too bad. So yeah, just watched Doctor Who review down there. Had people watching the review live again. Always nice. Always good. So, how are you all? You doing well? You happy? I'm mostly happy. Watched Castlevania yesterday with Aaron. Watched Riverdale, which is going in weird directions. Riverdale's getting bizarre. It's kind of sort of been bizarre from the beginning. it's going in different directions. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's fun. And then we started watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Now, Aaron is more of the Archie comics fan than I am. And he's obviously, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a publication. There was a few horror ones. I think it's like Undead Adventures of Archie. There's a Jughead story where I think he's a vampire. So I don't know. There are spooky horror Archie comics. And one of them is the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And I'm watching it and I'm like, well, this is interesting. It's well acted. The can't quite pin down the time period because the original comic was sometime in the 60s, and it starts with them watching the original Night of the Living Dead and talking about it. And then like the scenes later on where her cousin's got a laptop. It's kind of a clunky one. They're talking about there's no cell phones. I've narrowed it down to no earlier than 1987. We know for a fact that Halloween was on a Friday. And so you just basically narrowed down the years that we've got Halloween on a Friday. And then they were talking about Cronenberg's The Fly. And that year, that happened to come out in 87. But the laptop could be the next time Halloween was on a Friday was 92. But it didn't feel 90s. It kind of felt timeless. And the computer, it looked like an older computer. Aaron thinks it looked quite modern, but I think it looks kind of clunky. It's got SCART sockets at the back. You know, the printer cable connections and stuff. So it's not... Yeah, I mean, no earlier than 87, but could be as late as 92 or... Don't think it goes as late as 98. Don't think so. But who knows? So I was enjoying it. I was finding it interesting, and I think Aaron was disappointed. It wasn't engaging him. But he'd not long been up and he hadn't had a good night's sleep. So maybe he was just tired. Maybe he'll revisit. I don't know. But he had launch to do today as well. So yeah, I've mostly been chilling out, watching Netflix, and yeah, watching Doctor Who and talking about it. Still haven't got my baby fixed. Did I tell you it's going to cost 130 quid to get this fixed? Which means I'm not getting it fixed. At least not anytime soon. I'm refolding my t-shirts again. I've got another pile to sort out. And yeah, today has been a lazy day. I've said before that yesterday was kind of... but yeah, today's a properly lazy day. Not really done anything of no consequence. So far, and I'm okay with that. Some bad news regarding the garage, that Adam has been told that he's got to do overtime, because obviously tomorrow is the 29th, and apparently this time last year, you know, the couple of days leading up to Halloween, they had problems, so now they're putting all hands on deck to stop the problems, which basically means Adam's got to work, which means he can't help me with the thingies. I'm trying to talk to my family, and I can't get through to them at the moment. I'm going to try and talk to my sister tomorrow. It's a bit late to call her now, I think, because she'll be getting the boys. Well, the eldest can take care of himself, but she'll be getting the youngest ready for bed. You know, got school and everything in the morning. Yeah, unless I get a call for work tomorrow morning, which I will take. But yeah, basically I've got to try and find someone else who can help me move everything. It's not that Adam won't help me move everything, it's just he's not available. He said he's not available. He's not having another day off until Sunday. He has actually lost track of the last day off he had. Bless his socks. So, yeah, gonna have to, I know some people I can ask. So gonna have to sort that out. So I think that's tomorrow. If I'm not working, which hopefully I'll be working, I'll take the call to do an early morning, thing. If not, I'll be calling them and say, I need work. And she'll be like, I know. And then talking to people who I know that hopefully will be happy to help me move stuff. So yeah, basically I'm kind of in limbo at the moment. Everything's ready to go. It's just a matter of getting it gone. So yeah, that's been today. That's been the me update. Shall we do this? Shall we see what today's question is? And yes, day 301. It's actually, we've gotten this far. Amazing. So I guess that could be like 30 odd pages, double-sided. That makes sense. Because I was getting to a point, I was like, is there enough pages left? Is it gonna, But it is. Actually, Wikipedia literally says Halloween is the 304th day of the year, so this is day 301. That makes sense. Ooh, what do you think is your very best quality? Well, I don't think it's my ability to be concise. I think probably my compassion, my empathy. I like things to be fair. Sort of as much as possible equal, or equitable between people. I do consider that strength. I can be quite emotional. I do cry. Not easy, but if something makes me sad, I will feel sad. If something makes me feel happy, I'll feel happy. If somebody around me or someone I care about is feeling sad or down or something else is going on with them, I'll feel bad for them. And I'll want to try and help them. And I'll, if I, again, to use Aaron as an example, I'm sure he won't mind. I live in the UK. He lives in Utah. Sometimes he has bad days and I can't be there to give him a hug. And that sometimes makes me feel bad. Is that selfish that I feel bad because I can't help my friend? I don't know. Thoughts down below. Feel free. Yeah, I try to be compassionate. I try to be generous when I can, if with my time, if possible. With money, less so, because I don't have huge piles of money at the moment. But if I have money to share or to help with the situation, I'll do that, if I can. So yeah, I try to be a compassionate, empathetic, caring person who is not afraid to show her emotions when she's having them, who's not afraid to have a drink when she feels like it because she is an adult. I have had this for a few days, since I opened it. And it's still fruity, but it's definitely getting a bit winky. The taste is there, but it's, I might chuck a couple of ice cubes in it, sort of perk it up a bit. I don't drink very often. To be honest, this is probably the first time you've seen me drinking. I also, qualities I kind of like about myself. I do try to be creative. Even my spoiler zone sign, I've tried to be a little bit creative with it. With the blue and the gold. I'm still working on my my owl kit, which I need to work on some more. I was contemplating doing some drawing or painting today. Didn't actually get the inspiration. Might go through my colouring books that I've got, see if I get any inspiration from there. But yeah, I think my primary best quality, I would say, is compassion, caring, empathy, and then secondary to that, creativity. And just I always try and be a good friend. I don't feel like I make friends easily just because I don't have a huge amount of friends. But then the other day when I was upset, Angelo was reassuring me, saying, "You've got people like you. You've got friends. You've got people to take care of you." So, so yeah, I guess I do make friends. I just have people that, like, Adam is like probably my closest friend outside of himself, and then there's everyone else. But yeah, I always try and be there for my friends. I guess that comes under compassion and caring. So yeah, compassion, caring, empathy, and then creativity. Ah, my leg hurts. Oh, excuse me. Yes, so they're my best favourite qualities. I'm trying to look at the clock. There it is. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it without getting into repetitive waffle mode. So I will say, if you have been, thanks for watching. You were awesome. I appreciate you. I've been Michelle. You've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!